Hey, welcome back to the Osborne Wood Products Builder Studio. I'm Jonah. Today we're going to be going over a different option just in terms of tabletop attachment. We're actually going to build this table using figure 8 fasteners that are new hardware from Osborne. Pocket hole attachment has been a standard for us. We've had great success with that over the years for many customers, but we understand there are people out there that would like to have a little bit more option in terms of allowing for wood movement depending on what type of climate you live in. So this is going to go in line with our Z-clip fasteners as well that we offer. You've got 3 different variations in terms of tabletop attachment that you can choose from depending on your needs. So we're going to go over some tips and tricks on installing these figure 8 fasteners as well as proper bit sizes to use and just a few things to keep in mind. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. All right, so before we move on to attaching our tabletop using our figure 8 fasteners, we're going to first assemble our table base kit. We're just going to time lapse through this part. If you need a more in-depth tutorial on how to assemble one of our Osborne table base kits, I'll link a video up here as well as down in the description, so you can go check that out and get a little bit more information on how to do that. So let's go ahead and jump through this, and then we'll get ready to attach our top. All right, so we've got our table base kit assembled. Now we can move on to marking out where we're gonna install our figure 8 fasteners on our base. And then we're gonna take a Forstner bit and just countersink those just shy. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at our fastener and talk a little bit more about that. Okay, so here are the new Osborne figure 8 tabletop fasteners that we are offering on our website. These are part 929. They will come in a pack of 16. So we're going to go through how to install these onto your table base and your tabletop. But just to give you a good look, these are new hardware from Osborne. So let's go ahead and get these ready to install. I've got a Forstner bit on my drill. This is a 3/4 inch bit. That's what you want to use whenever you are installing these. So we're going to attach the big end onto our base, and our small end is going to go on our top. So we want to countersink just slightly just to allow for wood movement. That's what these are great for. They're going to allow for proper wood movement in your tabletop so that you are not going to see any kind of splitting or cracking or warping as your top adjusts to different climates. So I'm only going to put 6 of these fasteners on our table base. So we are working with a 26 by 20 inch top. That top has a 2-inch overhang from our base. So I'm only going to put 2 on each side of our long sides and then 1 here on our short sides of our little end table. So I'm just going to mark out even spacing, and then we'll go a little bit more in depth on how to properly drill for those. So like I said, we're going to install these. I'm just going to do 1 on this short side here. So I've marked the center, roughly the center. Doesn't have to be perfect, but now I've got my 3/4 inch Forstner bit that I'm going to use to drill out the recess that my hardware is going to sit into. So I'm just going to place this up here. As I said, you want the bigger end of your fastener to be on your base. So I'm just going to set this up here, and I want the larger end just to overhang off the edge just a hair, just so I've got plenty of room. So I'm going to mark the center of that so I can put my drill bit on there, and I want to go a little bit deeper than the thickness of my hardware, just so I've got plenty of room for movement. So let's go ahead and drill this out and check the fit on this. Check the fit. So that's a good fit on that hardware there, and I've got plenty of room for some just occasional wood movement as it changes seasonally. So let's go ahead and get the other ones drilled out, and then we will talk about some recommended screws for this type of hardware. All right, so now that I've got the slots drilled out for my fasteners, I need to select the screw. Now we're gonna use some panhead screws that typically come with our skirt kits, but you just wanna make sure that you've got a screw that is not gonna sit too high to where it's gonna interfere with your top, because you don't want it sticking out far past your hardware. So that way it's not gonna damage your top or keep it from sitting flush against your base. So we've selected a screw. I've checked the fit and made sure that it's not going to poke out past my fasteners at all. So I'm just going to first install my fasteners here, and then we can center our top up and attach the other part of our fastener to our tabletop. All right, so my top is centered. Now I'm gonna show you the inside here so you can see just the attachment point, and then we'll put some screws in there. So as you can see here, this is the part that is going to attach to our top. So all you have to do is take another set of your screws and run them through there. Once again, you don't wanna go too tight here. You wanna make sure that you're just snug. So all we have to do is put our screws in, then we can flip this over and we'll have a table complete. So that is our table. Once again, if you're interested in a more in-depth assembly on our table-based kit, I will leave a link in the description so you can check that video out. If you are interested in the figure 8 fastener hardware from Osborne, that is available now. It is part 929. Once again, it will come in a set of 16. So that is available. I'll leave the link in the description for that. If you are interested in customizing your own table, I will leave a link as well for a page on our website where you can go and build your own table kit. As always, be sure to like and subscribe and drop a comment on this video if you have any ideas for future builds. Be on the lookout for future content, and we will see you next time in the Osborne Wood Products Builder Studio.